is against the Israelite school UPK. If you are someone who, namely, is against the Israelite school UPK, I have news for you. You have the mark of the beast. Someone who, namely, is against the Israelite school UPK, I have news for you. You have the mark of the beast.
Tasks like getting in and out of the building, logging onto his computer, and buying snacks in the break room.
And then to finalize your payment, you put your RFID chip, hold it against it. Now my unique card that's identified with the RFID chip, it's asking if I'd like to put the $6 on my chip. So yes.
Since word got out about the chips, 3 Square has been contacted by hospitals, universities, even the U.S. and foreign governments about the technology.
Imagine being able to travel without a passport or worry about losing it. You just hold your hand up and all the documentation comes up.
The company says this particular chip is not capable of GPS, but they admit that could be in the future. In River Falls, Tim Elliott, WISN 12 News.
3 Square says the microchips are made in Taiwan. The company ordered 60 of them. The cost of each chip is believed to be around $300.
It just identifies how much money laundering there is being done in the world, how much people are trying to move currencies from one place to another. So I actually believe you're seeing the demand for it. But let's be clear, if we created a true global digital currency, I hate the word crypto, a digitized currency, then then you would not have money laundering anymore. You would have everything understood, everything would be flowing through. Everything would be identified.
At home, shoppers can now pay with just their eyes at 4 Mid-Michigan businesses.
Today at Barrio Restaurant in East Lansing, a transaction with this technology was completed for the first time ever in North America. News 10's Aaron Bowling shows us how it works.
With only a glance, dinner and drinks can be paid for in an instant. PayEye is hoping to turn cash and card into a payment of the past. Their device scans your iris, which is 5 times more unique than a fingerprint.
We're actually turning that into a binary code, and that's being double encrypted and sent across the network. So it's making it very safe, very fast, and very easy.
Once you set up your profile on their app, you're ready to let your eyes pick up the check.
I think this is a very impressive technology, and this is the wave of the future.
A professor of computer science at Michigan State University, Anil Jain was the first customer in North America to use the technology. He says it's very similar to the technology used for Apple Pay or at the airport.
So at the payment time, you don't have to take anything out of your pocket. No mobile phone, no credit card. You simply look at the camera on the payment terminal, and you're done.
Making the key to the soul the key to your wallet.
The technology has been operational in Poland since 2020.
And as we continue at Eyewitness News Extra Time this Wednesday night, the power of the mind merging with technology, the brain implant that lets people control devices with their minds. Next. It sounds like science fiction, but it is very much fact. New technology that can mean everything for people living with disabilities. A chip implanted in a patient's brain has allowed him to control an Apple Vision Pro device with only his mind. The tech firm Synchron says the 64-year-old ALS patient in the United States was able to use the device with his thoughts rather than hand or voice commands. He was able to play solitaire, watch Apple TV, and he sent text messages. Synchron's chip was implanted in a blood vessel on his brain's surface and works by detecting and then wirelessly transmitting motor intent out of the brain and into that device. Tom Oxley is the CEO of Synchron, which is based in Brooklyn. Tom, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So, when I think of a chip implanted in the brain, I think of the TV show Severance. But this is obviously something that you're using for good. How significant is this when it comes to people who are dealing with disabilities?
8 million people in the US have paralysis from some cause: stroke, ALS, multiple sclerosis, a range of conditions stop your body from working. And often in those people, the brain is still working. So the concept with this technology is you can record information from the brain, detect when you're trying to move, and then use that as a control over Bluetooth to control technology where you normally would need to use your hands to do that.
But I mean, it is. I just read it works by detecting and wirelessly transmitting motor intent out of the brain. I don't actually know what any of that means. So could you talk to me for like 60 seconds, like I don't know what I'm talking about? How does this work?
10% of your brain is like a command center. Command center for the control of movement of your face, of your mouth, of your arms, of your legs. And so there's the brain is a bunch of nerve cells that fire when you activate thinking. So your consciousness, your thinking. So when you try to move, I'm moving my hands right now, there's a very clearly distinguished part of my brain that's doing that. And if you put a microphone right on top of it, you can see when the brain's doing that. You bring that information out and then send it over Bluetooth to take over control of a cursor to make selections on the screen. So it means that people who are paralyzed can overcome the failed body by using their brain to directly control technologies that they couldn't do, like the Vision Pro as an example of that.
It sounds amazingly complicated, technically speaking. What were the challenges you faced in developing this?
12-year journey. The company started in Australia. I moved to New York in 2015. It's been a very long process. The field of implantable brain-computer interfaces is starting to emerge. There are some very famous people working in this space as well. The way that we do it is by trying to avoid cutting open the skull to get into the brain by using a catheter to deliver, much like a stent. The catheter goes up into the brain, opens up a stent, which is the sensor, and then there's an implant that has the electronics, and that's able to send out your what we're calling gestures from the brain to over Bluetooth. So now you've got the mouse, you've got the keyboard, you've got eye tracking, and now there's a BCI, brain-computer interface, that uses Bluetooth to control devices.
What has this gentleman that we showed in the video, I guess his name is Mark, what has his experience been using the Vision Pro combined with this technology? I mean, what feedback has he given you?
Well, he loves the Vision Pro. He couldn't use it before. So because he can't use his hands. So the Vision Pro, it looks at your hand gestures you do, things like you can point or you can pinch or you can, drag. It uses the eyes to move the mouse around the screen. So we're sending gestures directly from the brain to take over what the hand normally does. So it's quite new. Mark's incredible. He's been pioneering this work, but he's laying the foundation for this to be made available. And it's really made possible from Apple's accessibility platform, which we think is best in class. And in particular, in the accessibility platform, there's a thing called assistive touch, which is the feature in accessibility that the BCI uses to control the system.
What other applications does this have? I mean, so he's texting, he's doing things that are important and probably unlock a huge universe for him that he couldn't do before. But it seems to me like there's so much more out there.
Yeah, that universe we call activities of daily living. So I think we all know that feeling when you lose your phone, you can't find your phone, or the battery dies and you're like, I can't function now. The things that we take for granted, texting, emailing, finances, shopping, transport, information retrieval, healthcare access, that's all in your phone, but you need your hands to use it. So for people who are paralyzed, the ambition here is that you can get an implant. You will then have restored ability to conduct your activities of daily living independently. So you don't depend on other people for those core things in your day-to-day that we take for granted because our hands can do them for us.
Amazing technology. Tom Oxley, CEO of Synchron, based here in Brooklyn. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for doing this work.
Thank you.
Revelation 13, verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had a wound by a sword and did live. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Bacha HaKodash. And double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Yakin worldwide that are sincere and serious doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Machak, Wadash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 or 2 to you all. Stay strong and stay mighty. So I'm the brother, the disciple Kwashaba Nyame from the branch here in Great Millstone, Barbados. Many different doctrines to what the mark of the beast is. Now you heard that rapid bit from ISUPK saying that if you're not in ISUPK, you have the mark of the beast. You got some saying the mark of the beast is an embargo. Some saying the mark of the beast is sin. I was actually trying to find out one from a UAC, saying from Nathaniel 7 himself, saying the mark of the beast is sin. It's about saying the mark of the beast is John 3:16. You know, and many other different doctrines, but with the series of clips I showed there, you see this man here, he can move, he got an implant, right? He got a brain implant. So like, yeah, he has a brain implant. I know he can move things with his mind, right? He can move things with his mind. So this is a miracle. Is right? You see, they gotta bring it in all avenues, right? They gotta bring it in all avenues so that you would jump on it. Is right? You would gravitate to it. Is right? Remember, the world doesn't believe in God and the miracles God could do. Right? So they are conformed to the image of this world. Right? They are conformed to the image of this world. They shall make an image to the beast. Exactly. The image of the beast is this new world order agenda. And everybody must be a part of this image. Is right? Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So let me get straight to verse 18, right? For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right?
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, Stigma. Chi, Xi, Stigma.
Good. Chi, Xi, Sigma. Right? Where is it, my brother? Let me go back up a minute. So like here, let me go to 4742 a minute. Stigma, right? Stigma, that one of the words, right?
Strong's G 4742. Stigma.
Good.
Stigma.
Good. And what's one of the definitions here? To stick, i.e. prick. Right? To stick, i.e. prick. A mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership. You have become part of the image of the beast when you take that charagma. You understand that? A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental uses, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut, and that's one of the definitions for the word incised. Right above here, that one definitions to cut, right, into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. So you're indicating when you take this charagma, that Esau is your master. He is your God. That's what it's basically saying here. You're saying you belong to him. You are a part of the body of his image. You see? You're going to agree to everything he says. So it's not an embargo. It's not sin. It is the RFID chip. Right? There were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their God. So we basically saying is that Esau Edom is your God when you take it, and you're breaking, especially for you tribes, Exodus 20 and verse 8. I'm sorry, Exodus 20 and 3, sorry. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. And this is what you're doing when you take this charagma, you take this mark, right, that belongs to the beast. You're indicating that what? You belong to them. They own you. Right? That's what you are saying. This is plain, brother. And you also breaking the law for you law only Israelites. So Leviticus 19, idolatry forbidden, right? Leviticus 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, right? Nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Esau is dead, brother. Is right? And all these gods, they're dead, they're nothing, they're worthless. So when you put this mark in you, right? You become a dead like them, brother. Is right? Remember, they're outside of the temple. They're profane. They have no part, right? In the congregation of the Lord. Is right? And they're trying to accomplish their new world order agenda. And everyone must have this mark. So going back to Revelation 13, I'll just show you the definitions there, right? Revelation 13. I read it already? Right. And 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is plain, brother. And that no man might buy or sell. You cannot take part in their society unless you can prove that you are their property. It's simple and plain. I was trying to find the one near to say the mark is sin. I can't find it. That's right. If you're in the ISPK, that means you got the mark. You know what I mean? The mark of the beast is John 3:16. All these different theories of what the mark of the beast is. But the mark of the beast is this radio frequency identification chip that I want to put in everybody. He calls it all. In every area you can think about, big man. Every area. Is that? Every single area. Every single area in life, brother. Nobody ain't getting away, brother. Only the elect is going to get away. And let me end with that precept, which is Revelation.
Who could have thought that this little ingredient could help balance glucose
So
levels? Now, most people continue.
Revelation 20. What is doing so now? Come on, man. Alright, you want to play the odds. So you don't know I was in the midst, huh? Revelation 20. You get that idea, man. Revelation 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, right? So we receive our crowns, we receive our we can rule now. It's right, we can rule. And judgment was given unto them, right? So we in the judge's seat now. We in the position of authority over the world, right? And they saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai and for the word of the Mosai, and which had not worshipped the beast. We didn't bow to this system, neither his image. We didn't bow to this system of what Esau Edom stands for, right? Neither have received his mark, his charagma, upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Mashiach 1,000 years. But this is the time period where the kingdom of heaven is going to be built back up. See? But we can live forever. 1 Corinthians tell you that. Revelation 21 tells you that. There should be no more death. See? After 1,000 years, the Lord's going to give us, you know what I mean? Or appointed meat, or appointed jurisdiction, so to speak. Or you go here, but we can be with the Lord for 1,000 years, right? Then after establish, or listen, you're going here, you're going there, you're going here, you're going there. Simple. See? Plain. See? So yeah, the mark of the beast, it is hard for the chip, big man. See?
It is. I just read it works by detecting and wirelessly transmitting motor intent out of the brain. I don't actually know what any of that means. So could you talk to me for like 60 seconds like I don't know what I'm talking about? How does this work?
10% of your brain is like a command center. It's a command center for the control of movement of your face, of your mouth, of your arms, of your legs. And so there's
a miracle here that Esau is doing. That's why I started the precept with, the video with. Right? He had miracle to perform in the sight of the beast. Meaning in this kingdom, he's performing miracles, brother. And this is a man that can't walk. Shit, man. Just get this thing put in some of your brain and it can be good. Is right? So a lot can run towards this technology. Is right? Not knowing that this can link to your bank account. This can link to, this can have all your personal data. How many children you got, you're working, money in your account. You can also, you can't purchase this, can't purchase that. See, with cash, you can go here and purchase, And that's where they want them with all of that. See? All this cryptocurrency thing, they want them with all that too. You see? They want to perform their enterprise. That's who the man here, Ronald Reagan. We are successful and we will be. Or that's one of the Bushes. Right? But anyhow, man, it's up to winner. But the mark of the beast is this radio frequency identification chip. Shalom.
We got a new phone, and I realized how much I appreciate that thumbprint and how much I to show the possibility of it.
The possibility,
and
right.
at first, I was completely against it.
Someone used it as like season tickets, right, for a European football, soccer.
And you just kind of wave your finger.
Walk in, right.
But, I was thinking more about it, and just the convenience of not having to carry anything, to just walk up to a door, it opens for you.
Yeah.
Just today, I recently got a new phone, and I realized how much I appreciate that thumbprint and how much I took it for granted because I had to reset my settings and type in the 4-digit code, and oh my gosh, it took up so much time to do that.
4 digits? Who's got that kind of time?
And now I'm like, what would I do without the thumbprint?
So now you're ready to go the next step.
I'm kind of ready for it, and see what other possibilities are out there.
No, this freaks me out. To have something from your employer that's implanted in you, I think it's too much.
How do you know there already isn't something implanted?
I guess I don't know.
Went through the HR process here. I don't know.
I don't recall anyone stabbing me, but it might have happened.
Did you read all the fine print of your contract?
Yeah, you go home and you want to feel a little disconnected, but knowing that there's always something that's physically inside of you. I get this from an employer standpoint. It's great. You never have to worry about losing ID cards.
For security purposes.
Security, it's fantastic.
Until somebody cuts your arm off and uses it
to come in.
I'm not gonna lie, that I know that that's like very far fetched and just in the movies, but I would be worried about that.
Yeah. Well, a very rational fear. There are a lot easier ways to get into a building than cutting someone's hand off, I would think. Look, I actually am intrigued by the technology, and you think about all the things, especially like passwords, all the passwords you need to have.
Or even just to open your car if you forget your keys or something.
That said, I sure, as heck, do not want my employer tracking my movements when I go home.
Why? What do you have to hide?
I have a lot to hide. It's none of your business. I can tell you here.
Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, for giving us the understanding of the Holy Bible through their men, starting with the apostles and the bishops of Grey Millstone.